Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to 9th and 10th channel of Byju's. I'm your teacher Ankita and I welcome you all in today's class. In today's class, we will be discussing about the last part of the French Revolution. Now in today's class, this is a part 4. Right, we already had 3 parts, so if you're new here, please make sure to go and watch all of these 3 other sessions, right? And please make sure to stay till the end so that you understand each and every concept that we have studied. And welcome to the class everyone. If you're watching this video live, welcome to the class. Please make sure everyone to hit the like button, and if you're new here, do take a moment and hit the subscribe button. Good evening everyone, good evening. How are you all? Finally everyone, finally we are here with the last part of this chapter, and today we have less time, right? Today we have less time, so let's just stay focused everyone. And let's just finish the last part. This is the easiest part of the chapter. Good evening everyone. Please make sure to hit the like button for the video and do share it with your friends. And if you're new here, do take a moment and subscribe to the channel. Is it? Happens. Yeah, actually this chapter is important from class 10th point of view also. Good everyone. So here everyone, these are 3 sessions that we did already. So we did the part 1, then we have part 2 and part 3. Okay, so everyone, if you haven't watched, or it could be that you haven't watched the whole session, maybe you've not watched part 2 or 3, please make sure we have everything. It's pinned down in the comment section and it's there in the playlist also. Okay, good. So everyone, are you ready for the class? Very quickly, taking without much of your time. Yes, we don't have the mentee today. Everyone, we have the mentee. We will have the mentee separately. 1 full day just for the mentee. Okay? We don't have mentee today. It's all about the learning, everyone. Yes, super ready. Awesome. Chaliye, let's get started. So till now, everyone, we have seen these 3 parts. Right? We discussed the background, that there was a king, Louis XVI, Acha Raja nahi tha, he was not able to rule properly, of course, treasury were empty, the condition of the French people was not that great, right? And they want to increase the tax, of course, tax definitely was increasing and people were not with it, so of course the revolution started, right? Then of course we have seen what are the events happened, the formation of the Jacobins Club and other things. And now in today's class we'll be focusing on the consequences. So everyone, it's a very quick recap. I want all of you to stay focused. Okay. Everyone, quick thumbs up. I want all of you to stay focused. See over here. This is what we'll be learning. Recapping now and then we'll be learning. Okay. So what we saw in the last class, that French becomes a constitutional monarch. We saw that the Louis Philippe went to Persia and Australia asking for the help, and then National Assembly came to know that they're about to, betray the country. So of course they attacked in the year 1792, April, May. Right, and of course they captured the king after that, and of course we know that eventually he was executed. Between that we saw the formation of Jacobins Club, and of course we saw the leader. Right? Yes, can you tell me the name of the leader of the Jacobins Club? Jaldi se everyone. Very good, very good. Civil Code Aditi will be learning in the class 10th, right? Yes. Maximilian Robespierre, absolutely correct. Yes, he was the leader of the Jacobins Club. Absolutely correct. So we saw all of that, right? Apart from that, we saw that French become the republic. Now, of course, there was the laws formation, right? The election started, but of course, at that particular time also, women have no right to vote. Very good. So that was important. Then, of course, we see the regime of terror, right? And the rule of the Maximilian, right? So he was not that great as people thought him to be, and of course anyone who is speaking against him or going against him, he used to execute them, right? Like completely execution will happen. Eventually people realize that not a good person. Very good everyone, hero to villain. Yes, he also got executed. Very good. So we have studied all of this. A very important thing, everyone. What are the reasons, right? And what are the things that he did? He asked all the people to eat the same bread. He asked the people to sell the goods at the same price, right? Everyone's salary will be same. He asked the people to address the people in a different manner. So of course, people were not very happy with that, and that's why, yeah, he was removed, right? Of course, he was executed. Now, everyone, in today's class, this is what we will be learning. Yes, everyone. Directory rule, France, right? This is very important from the exam point of view. Impact on women of the French Revolution, right? Impact of French Revolution on the women and impact of the French Revolution on the slavery. Everyone, are we clear? Yes? Yes, Papia. Okay, everyone, are we clear with this? Right, so are we clear? Now, I want all of you to stay focused, right? All of you, please do stay focused throughout the session. I will be taking up your doubts, but at a certain interval, right? And don't say that, ma'am, you're ignoring me. I can see your chat. Or maybe when I'm teaching you, I might not see your chat. So, don't worry, I will be taking your doubts. Let's get started, everyone, with the directory rule of France. So now, everything is very beautiful. France has become republic, but now still there's an inequality in the society. People are still struggling, right? They're still fighting, and they have seen in the past. People are making mistakes, right? Or if the power goes to one person, he thinks that he is the king, right? Whenever a person have the power, they think that they are the supreme. To break that chain, actually we can say that to correct their mistakes from the past, now this time, what happened in France was that there was a formation of two legislative council. Two formation of the bodies, right? Of course, in one we have the directorate, of course, which has 5 members of team. And of course, there will be the council that will have the discussion. Do you think it's a good thing? Jaldi say, everyone. See, do you think it's a right thing to do to distribute the power? Yes or no? Yes, very good, very good. Good evening, everyone. I can see so many of you new here in the class. Welcome to the class, everyone. I'm really sorry if I could not take your name, but please make sure to stay with us till the end. Very good. Yes, it's a good thing to distribute the power. So same thing the French people did. So what happens? They realize that the wealthy people, right? If given them the power, they will do something bad. They'll just think that they are themselves. So what happened? The wealthier people who were of the middle class, they actually introduced the new constitution, denying voting rights to non-proprietarial section. What happened over here? They denied the rights to the people who don't have the land. This is very important. No women got the voting rights. Still, women have no voting rights. And then, of course, this is very important point, everyone. They had 2 government bodies, right? And of course, they have an executive of 5 members, which is called as the directorate. Now, in that particular ship, right, of course, there is a members, right, and of course, they will be having a discussion with the other assembly. Now, what will happen? Eventually, the director has more power. So, they will be discussing, not listening to it, and of course, eventually, we saw that there was a constant discussion, constant disagreement between these 2 parties. At that particular time, all around the countries were waiting, keeping their eye on France because France was not that stable. Everyone, I hope that all of you are following. Yes? I hope that all of you are following here. Yes, everyone? Good. You know what happened at that particular time? To protect the country, right? To protect the country from the neighboring countries, we saw the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte. This is very, very important, right? So he came into the picture when he saw that no one is capable of protecting the country. The people who are there in the government level, who are actually needs to take care of the people, they're actually fighting for the power. हाँ, मेरे पास power कम है. अरे मुझे power ज़्यादा चाहिए. अरे नहीं. So when Napoleon Bonaparte saw that they're just playing a table tennis, ball moving from here and here, they're not focusing on the protection of the country. What he did, because he was from the military, he came and he started fighting the wars. And when he was doing that, people felt, my God, yes, he is a great person. Very good, very good. So what happened? We know that he played a very important role in the expansion of the kingdoms, right? Of course, he himself called him the ruler or the emperor of the France. We all know that he got good things into the system. With the goods, of course, there are a few bad things also. And of course, at the end, he got defeated at the Battle of the Waterloo in 1815, and after that, there was the end of it. Everyone, are we clear? Yes, I will be explaining you again. Don't worry, don't worry. Yes, very good. Absolutely correct. So actually, you know what he did? He did good things. He removed all the taxes, he removed all the slavery that was there at that. Slavery in the sense, he freed the people from the feudal system. He made the currency kind of, reduced to a less number. He reduced the taxes also, right? He did a lot of good things. But apart from that, there were some bad things also that you all will be learning in class 10th. So everyone, this is very, very important for all of us to understand. The first chapter, which is the French Revolution, has the foundation of the class 10th chapter. Everyone clear? Good, very good. Now, I'm repeating this again, right? I'm repeating this again. Please make sure to stay with me. So what we did, we saw that after the France become the republic, right? We saw the regime of terror. After that, of course, after the death, right, of the Robespierre, of course, people got the consciousness that we cannot give the power to one person. That's why there was a formation of the directorial rule, which means that there are two bodies that will be making sure the power is being controlled, divided equally, so that the country can run smoothly. But there also we found that they were having their own clashes, their argument. At that particular time, they were incapable of protecting their country. At that particular time, we saw the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte. Everyone, are we clear? Yes. Everyone, are we clear? Very good, very good. A uniform system of weight means that, so of course in France, you will be learning in a class 10 that they will have different regions and at different places, they will have different system of weighing. Maybe 1 kg in one place is equal to something else. But if you move from one state to another state, it could be a very different value. So it was very difficult for the traders. So that's why he made a uniform system. Thank you, Disha. You're here with us. Yes, very good. Come on, everyone. Oh, thank you, everyone, for keeping the track of the likes. Please make sure, everyone, to hit the like button. Paved meaning that, you are making the pathway. So when there was an argument between these, right, it gives an opportunity for the Napoleon Bonaparte to make its way. Clear? Yes, I think, Tia, you have to go back in Bache C because we did it twice. So now we have to move ahead. Really sorry, but now we'll be moving ahead. You can go back and see the session. Now we want to the most important part that as a student, I'm sure you will understand. Two very important parts of this chapter. As a student, I would say, and as a human, I would say that we should, right? We should be focusing upon. Now, from the beginning of the French Revolution, we all saw that the women was not treated equally. Yes or no? Everyone, from the beginning, right, from the first session itself, we were just discussing about the women. They actually helped in the French Revolution. 1789, right? They went to the fort. They were there in the forces. But unfortunately, they never got their rights to vote. They never got any right of the property. They never got a chance to study also. So now let's see, everyone, how the French Revolution was turning for the women. So here, now this is a very amazing and beautiful painting that we have in a textbook. How many of you have seen this painting? Yeah, I can relate to that. It's common in all the sessions that, yeah, women have to struggle a lot to get their rights. Very good. I'm sure all of you have seen this, right? So, of course, this figure is there on page number, let me get the page number. Page number 15 and the name, right? Liberty, right? The name is over here. Of course, this is one of the painting made by the women artists, and of course, what we can see over here. See, we can see the red cap, the symbol of the freedom. We have the Declaration of Right for men. They also want the same freedom, right? We can see the colors. And of course, at the back, we can see the pyramid. So the pyramid represents the equality, right? The red cap represents the freedom. Very good, everyone. Yes, the dress color is also have the colors of the France flag. Very good. Okay, so please make sure, everyone, to go through this picture, right? Okay, now let's move ahead and let's talk about what was happening. So we know that in the 18th century, right? What was there? Now, I hope that all of you understand the centuries, right? The pyramid represents the equality. Okay, very good. So what, I hope that all of you understand with the century, right? If you say 18th century, it is from 17th to 18th century like this. Okay, please do remember this. Star, it's a he, it's not a he, but it's a she. Okay. So now we know that women are struggling, but you know what? They were coming together. They started forming the groups. Now they also have their small groups where they can come and they can discuss about the matters which matters to them. That's really very important. So the Society of the Revolutionary and Republican Women are the two famous club at that particular time. We know that during the time when Jacobins Club was there at the top, and when the Robespierre was there, kind of a leader, he actually, you won't believe, he actually asked the women to shut their clubs. There was no permission given to them to have the clubs. Can you imagine? He had his own club, right? But women at that particular time have no rights to form their club and going out there and discussion. Clear, everyone? Good. Yeah, it is unfair. So what happened? Disappointed after the 1791 constitution, which clearly said that there's no right, which made the women citizen as a passive citizen, they demanded again for the same political rights, but of course it was not there. So what happened? Then of course we have the revolutionary government. So after that particular time and before the Napoleon Bonaparte, we have a small period where we have the revolutionary government, right? Now what they did, they actually introduced the education. Now this is a very important question, everyone. Do take a screenshot of it. Everyone do take a screenshot of this, jaldi se. Very good, it's important. Yes. Very good. Okay. Right? Done. So what we saw that when the revolutionary government was there, right, after the regime of terror, and when we have the directorial rule, right? Yes. So what was the case? So we saw that they actually came out and they said that, there's a compulsory education for all the girls. Very important point, everyone, right? So all the education, for all the girls is a compulsory education. Then their fathers could not no longer force them to get married. So initially at that particular time, girls would be forced by their father to get married. So that was the law which came, that a father and a family cannot force a girl to marry someone. Then marriage was made into the contract entered and freely registered under the civil law. So now of course it got registered, there was registration of marriage, and now the divorce also become legal. Now women can also say that they want the divorce from their husband. Initially women have the power, but now it's an equal thing, okay? And it came for both men and for the women. And most importantly, what happened that women were now getting trained in various jobs so that they can do the jobs. Everyone, are we clear? Yes. Aman, very interesting question. I'll answer that all now in just 1 minute. Yes, everyone. So yeah, these are the things the women got at that particular time. Clear? I can see a lot of you asking, ma'am, what about the voting rights? Just wait for 1 minute, everyone. So let's see this slide. We were discussing about, yes, the regime of terror. They were not allowed to have their own, have their own clubs. They were arrested and many of the women were executed at that particular time also. Okay, but voting, everyone, can you imagine? Now this is one thing which actually stuck me. Whenever I study French Revolution, I just don't understand that how they waited for 200 years, more than approximately, right? Actually the French Revolution kind of started in the 1789. And they got their the voting rights, can you imagine? In 1946, just 1 year before our country's independence. Just imagine, we call France, we look up to the France Revolution as a symbol of the liberty, right? Symbol of fraternity, symbol of equality, but the voting rights, they requested for just simple small thing. Unfortunately, they got the voting rights so late. Yes. So this is very important. Everyone do remember the year, and that's only when they got the full rights to vote. So everyone, this is all about how the women got impacted. So of course there were good things, but there were a lot of bad things, I would say. Clear? Yes. Ram, we will be starting class 10th class from the next week. Pakka. I'm really sorry for the delay, but we'll be starting. Yes. So everyone, are we clear up to here? Are we clear? Yes. So let's quickly recap what we have studied. So the impact of the French Revolution on the women. Now they were there in the French Revolution since the beginning of the revolution, but they still struggle. They have no voting rights, they have no rights on the property, they were treated as a passive citizens, and they cannot do anything about it. They were doing everything from earning from their family, going to the bread shop and doing everything, but still they were not considered as an active citizen that can actually contribute in the growth of the country. But they understood that they have to take the lead, and what they did, they started forming the clubs. There was more than 60 clubs that were there in the France during that particular time. And of course, when the Robespierre was there, he actually not the requested, basically he ordered to shut down all the clubs, and he executed the women if they were found in these clubs. So that was a very bad thing. But what happened, they still kept on moving ahead, right? And when we have the entry of the Directory of the Rules, and later part we have the revolutionary government, they made some good laws for the women. Compulsory education, training in the jobs, right? Marriage become legal, the women can file for the divorce, and the most important thing was that they can say no to the marriages. Everyone clear? Clear? Yes, everyone? Quick thumbs up, everyone. Quick thumbs up in the chat. Aman, I don't know. I think at that particular time they didn't realize that what they are doing. Maybe they was kind of unaware. They thought that they're doing something good for the women, but definitely they was not. Yes, very good. Okay. Now everyone, here's again, I'm leaving you with a thought. Please do make sure you read about it. So of course in our textbook, right, they have given various resources like these. Chances are there these might not come in your examination. But when we are reading a textbook, when you have a lot of time now because the exams, they're in the next year. So please make sure everyone, you read these things. Okay. So here we are talking about a revolutionary women, right? Olympe de Gouges, right? I hope that's the correct pronunciation. Right. So of course she opposed it. Right. She opposed the Declaration of Men, which came in 1791. Right. She was like, where are the women in it? Why you're considering us a passive citizen and not the active citizen? So of course this all were there, and of course we all know that what happened. Yes, if someone will say anything to the government, they were executed, and that was a case with her also. Unfortunately, she lost her life. These 3 laws were made by Napoleon. Yes. Apart from these, there are other laws that were made by the Napoleon. You will be learning about them in the class 10th. Okay. So everyone, with this, we are the last topic. And this is again super interesting. Now, this is something I'm sure you would have seen. Now, I'm not sure if you have watched the movie on French Revolution, but I'm sure you would have seen a movie based upon the women-centric, right? Where the movie is focusing on the women's rights, right? And I'm sure you would have seen various movies on slavery. Yes or no? Yes. Quickly tell me, everyone. Good. I will be taking your doubts. Just give me some time. Once this topic is done, I will be taking your doubts. Yes, very good, very good. I can see. Yes, I have here. So you have an understanding. So what is the meaning of a slave? What do you think about what is the meaning of the slave? What is the first thing that comes to your mind when we heard a word slave? Good, good, very good, everyone. Yes, of course, in Hindi we usually call it a gulam, right? These people are unfortunately taken from their home places, right, and will be sold in the market. These people will be the one that will be doing the hard work, right? We can call them as a worker. They will be there to play the games, etc., right? So slavery goes back into the 16th and 17th century, okay? And especially when we talk about which countries played a lot of role in spreading the slavery and taking the benefits of the slavery, Europe is definitely one of the continent, and there are various countries in that, right? So everyone, what happened that Europe is a big country, we all know that. No, sorry, continent, my bad, really sorry, it's a continent, and of course it has various different countries. So at that particular time, the population of these different countries was not that great, and they want the food, right? They want the food, they want people to do something for them. So what they used to do? They used to go to the different countries, especially in Africa, right? Majorly in Africa, of course, they took our Indians also. They will be going to the Africa continent, right? They will be actually, threatening the people there, pushing them into the ship in a very pathetic condition. They will transport them to the America, where they will be working on the plantation, right? And in the colonies where they have conquered, right? And from there, the goods go to the Europe. So it's a triangle which they have made. So let's understand about this, everyone. It's a very important topic, usually come in the examination. And from the human point of view, this topic is very, very, very important for all of us to have an understanding about. So let's see. So of course, the colonies that were there in the Caribbean, right? And these are the colonies that were there in the Caribbean islands, in the American side. You don't have to remember all of the name, but just have an understanding that what other names are. And of course, they are the places where we'll see the production of the goods like sugar, tobacco, indigo, coffee. For these plantations, for them to do any work, there's a shortage of the labor. And Europeans don't want to work at that particular time, right? They had a feeling that why we will work. So what they did, they used to go to the various different countries to get the slaves, right? So in your textbook, they have mentioned the French port, Bordeaux and the Nantes, right? These are two different cities which are there in the France, and these are the port city. They are the port city. And they'll be going to the African coast from where they'll be getting the slaves. So everyone here, this is also very important, right? The triangular slave trade. So over here we can see Europe, here we can see Africa, and over here we can see America. So from Europe, people will go to Africa, they will take the slave, push them into these ships, right, in very pathetic conditions. Then they will take them to America, then they will sell them to the plantation owners. There they have to work, and the goods will go to the England or to the European countries. Everyone, are we clear? Everyone, are we clear up to here? And this is how there is a formation of the triangle. See, this is a kind of formation of a triangle, okay? Yes. Very good, everyone, I can see. Okay, very good. See, only study, but I'll be taking your doubts. Just give me a minute. Okay. Yes, very good. Okay, let's move ahead, everyone, from here. Now, these are the very short summary of what was happening at that particular time, right? Yes. Okay, that they were definitely trading these slaves, and they have no mercy for them. Even though we saw that French Revolution was happening at that particular time, National Assembly was formed, right? They debated whether we should abolish slavery or not, whether we should consider it's going or not, but they never took a decision. They were actually very much afraid that if they stop the slavery, the businessmen will feel bad about it and they might not support them. So it's very difficult for us to understand that it took a lot of time for them also to understand it's wrong. Yes. So in the convention of the 1794, all the slaves were freed. So it again, if you look from here, it took a lot of time. 1794 mein all the slaves were free. Yeah, now you're free to go. But you know what? What happened there? Happiness was there for only for a shorter time, because when the Napoleon Bonaparte came, he said that why not? If the businessmen want these slaves, they can have it. It's their right. He never thought about the slaves' right? He was thinking, yeah, businessmen, if they want the slave, if they want to have the business, let them have the slaves. So again, when the Napoleon came into the picture, right, when he became the ruler of France, there was the reintroduction of the slavery, unfortunately, right? Yeah, from hero to zero again, absolutely correct. Yes. Then finally, everyone, in the year 1848, again, can you look at the number of years? See, I think when we see these years, now we feel like, it's okay. But when you see, right, the comparison and then you look at the number of years and you feel that, my God, so long. So in 1848, officially the slavery got abolished from the colonies. The colonies are the small places, right, where the rule was there, right? For example, Britain people are there. They have these small colonies. Yes, everyone, are we clear? Yes, everyone, quick thumbs up. Are we clear with this? Very good. Good. Okay. So everyone, I wanted to take a look at this particular picture. Everyone, look at this picture. What is happening? Just look at this picture and tell me. Yes? Very good. Happy people. So of course this is the second last topic, actually the last topic from this particular chapter, which is the revolution and the everyday life. So over here we can see, right, see that person actually represents the, right, clergy. Of course, you know, there are different pronunciations, clergy, right? Of course, they are actually representing the church people. You remember? They were there at the first estate. So, of course, we can say that he's wearing a dress. And, of course, the fat just shows that they're greed, right? The fatness, right, that over here shows the greed. These two are the government officials. And, right, what are they doing? They're actually taking him away. And what over here just tells us that after all of it, right, what we saw, the censorship was over. So the biggest thing what happened, apart from various other things, that the censorship was abolished. That means that now the people can write something about anyone, can't talk about it. Initially, you remember, there was censorship, right? What is the meaning of censorship? I'm sure you would have heard about it, right? During the British rule in our country, there was a censorship. That means that no Indian or nobody in the country can actually talk or print anything bad about the Britishers, right? We have studied this in class 8th. Very good, right? Very good. Can you tell me there was an act? You can tell me there was an act also which was passed on the newspaper Kesari, which was which was related to the Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Very good. So after this, right, at the end, if we say, when all of this was happening, we saw that the censorship was removed, was abolished. Now people have the freedom to express their thoughts, right, without the fear of their life. Very good, Smriti. Yes, freedom of press, absolutely correct, Palak. Good. Manjeet Bora, nothing, remember, no issues. Very good, Adiva. Yes. So everyone, that was one of the beginning, and when we talk about this, all right, we cannot actually stop ourselves. We cannot stop ourselves not talking about the Napoleon Bonaparte. So now this becomes the stepping stone, right? French Revolution started with full of the zeal, right, with the equality, with the liberty, with the brotherhood. And then, of course, in this particular chapter, as we came to the end of the chapter, we saw the rise of new leader. Which leader we are talking about? We're talking about the Napoleon Bonaparte. You will be reading more about him in class 10th. Clear, everyone? That how he did various things, some pros, some cons, right? And then how he actually got defeated. Yes, very good. So everyone, we have to wait. We are just resting our case over here. We'll be learning more about the French Revolution in class 8th. Not particularly in French Revolution, but we'll be looking at the other European countries also. So now everyone, I will be taking some doubts. But before that, quickly answer this question, everyone. Yes, quickly answer this question. I will answer that question, that who defeated Napoleon. There was four countries which came together, right? They fought against the Napoleon Bonaparte and they defeated him in the Battle of Waterloo in 1815. We call them as BARP. Yes, Britain, Austria, Russia and Prussia. Yes. Okay, everyone. Here we have. Who ruled France after the Reign of Terror? Directory, right? The correct answer is this. Very good. Okay, everyone. Now I think we'll be able to take the doubts. Here's a doubts board for all of us. Okay, now. Yes, if you have any doubt, everyone, please ask your doubt. We'll have a final recap of whole chapter and then we will end our class. I think I'm really sorry I missed your name. Bache, Shubha Economics will be taken by Aishwarya ma'am. What is revolutionary government? So of course, see, the word revolutionary government goes to National Assembly also. The people who are actually working for it. But later when we saw the directory, right, when there was a formation of directory after the Robespierre, right, we call that particular form of a government and we call them as the directory. Inside that, they were the one who called themselves also as the revolutionary government and they made the laws. Clear? Revolutionary government means someone who is getting the revolution. In a simple way, of course. There are other meanings of that also. I can see you many of you asking what is the meaning of Negro. So of course it's a word that we should not be using, right? But that word represents that the person who has an origin from the Africa. Okay? A State General was the name of the meeting that the King Louis XVI called. Right, it includes all the three estates and major decisions will be taken in that particular estate general. Abolish meaning khatam kar dena, finishing off. There's no meaning of directory over here. That's a form of government, right, which is ruling. Yes, okay. So in the, of course, what we saw in the directory after the Robespierre, right, we saw the formation of the directory, which has the division, right, which has a distribution of the power. Okay, that we are calling as directory. Why you leaving? And don't be so sad. Convention. So after National Assembly formation, we saw the formation of convention. They started calling themselves as the convention. Sorry. Yes, everyone, are we clear? What is triangle slave? So Ananya, triangle slave was that there's a formation of a triangle between three continents: Europe, Africa and America. So European will be sending the ship to Africa. From there they will be actually taking these slaves and they'll be taking them to the America where these people will be working and the goods will be going to Europe. Okay, so it forms a kind of a rough triangle. Clear? Mukesh, dictator is different, directory is different. So the form of government at that particular time which came, they call themselves as the directory. Basically, they are the one who is kind of directing. Waterloo is the name of a city where Napoleon Bonaparte lost the battle. Okay, very good, very good. Middle class, growing middle class bache, they were the people who were educated, right, who are the new business class people who have some money, who have a vision that, you know, equality and freedom are the very important key factor of the society. Ananya, I've explained the triangle slave. It's for you only and for others. Very good. Everyone, are we clear? Yes. Very good. Okay, everyone, give me a quick thumbs up. Many of you asking why the slaves they used to take the slaves from the Africa. So that particular time they were ruling there and they realized that the country is rich with resources, right? They have good amount of resources, right? But they are kind of scattered throughout the way. They're not actually utilizing their resources. And of course, they're really very innocent and they can actually threaten them and can take the control over them. So they have lots of colonies in Africa. They were ruling there also in some part of the Africa. So it was easy for them to take the slaves from there. See, in India also, we have studied that when they increased the tax, when there was no job, Indian people also, some of them actually joined the slavery by their own wish so that they can go out and at least have a living. And some of them were forced into it. Thank you, Disha, for helping your friends out there. Yes. What happened to Napoleon Bonaparte? You have to wait for that. You'll be learning in class 10. But of course, he was asked to leave and eventually, he was not there in France. Yes, Suhani. Is it? Yes. We will cover that. We will cover that up. Okay, everyone. So I think everyone, are you clear? Just in case, everyone, if you have any doubts, please make sure to watch these 3 videos. I hope that all of you have seen all of these videos already. But if you haven't seen, everyone, please make sure you watch part 1, part 2 and part 3. We will be having a Menti quiz and we will be having the NCERT solutions also. Right, and we'll have a mind map session also for the French Revolution. And apart from all of this, everyone, even though I am here, I'm trying my best to explain you will get everything if you just once read the chapter. So everyone, please make sure to read the chapter. Yes? Okay, with this, everyone, let's quickly end our class. I have a homework question for you also. Please take a screenshot, everyone. Homework question, explain any 5 features of the Constitution drafted in the year 1791. Okay, very short, very important questions, super important. Yes. Apart from this, everyone, let's quickly summarize the chapter. So, of course, the whole chapter was around the French Revolution. We talked about what was the context, what was the reason why the French Revolution became necessary. There was no money, the king was increasing the tax. There was a lot of differentiating between the 3 estates, different types of classes that were there in the France. And they were pressurizing the lower class to give all the taxes and they rebelled. Then, why the revolution became necessary, we just mentioned that. Important key people, of course, we have John Locke, right, he wrote the book, then we have Rousseau, right, all of these amazing philosophers who wrote amazing books and, of course, gave the idea of the revolution. Then, of course, we talked about the outbreak of the revolution, how the outbreak was there, storming into the, prison, taking the charge, and then the formation of the constitutional monarchy, then the formation of the National Assembly, then, of course, we saw France becoming republic, execution of the king and the queen, then, of course, the regime of terror, where, of course, we talked about the Robespierre, right? Then, of course, we have important people involved, and here we are. What were the consequences of it, everyone? The directory rule of France, impact on women, and impact on the slavery. Ta-da! With this, everyone, we should have claps, right? With this, everyone, we are done with the first chapter on history. Long way to go. But everyone, I promise you that we are there with you. We all are there with you. Right? So please make sure, everyone, to watch all our sessions. And please make sure you hit the like button for the video, share with your friends and subscribe to the channel. Right? Subscribing is really important because when you become a part of the family, you'll have the notifications and throughout the year, everyone, we are there with you. Is it Subha? We'll check with that. Yes. Okay, everyone. And I hope that you have seen the timetable, right? So we have class 9th class at 6 p.m. Class 9, everyone. At what time we have the classes? At 6 p.m. So put this in your calendar. Okay, put this in your calendar at 6 p.m. every day. We have the different subject classes. Yes, Govind, please, what is the issue? Bache, do tell me. And if I missed it out, you can write in the comment section also. Thank you, you're saying thanks to me and thanks to your seniors also. Awesome. Yes. Ma'am, we will not do the revolution. We did, bache. Papi, we did. Yeah, we had this. But so it didn't have much of the context, right? So it is more focusing on the removal of the censorship, right? Now there is books printed, people are talking about it, pamphlets, etc., etc. So its main focus was only on the censorship. Okay. Okay, here we go, everyone. Okay, Ananya is asking, Africa can directly send the slaves to Europe. Africa can directly send the... Ananya, the main reason why they were going to America is that because they have the resources, they have good plantation, corn plantation, right? They have wheat plantation. Europe, there's no place. Even though they have the place, they don't have that much good resources. Okay? So that is the reason they were sending it to America. Okay? I hope that I've answered your question. Yes. Okay, everyone. So with this, everyone, we will end our class. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll be meeting really very soon, everyone. Do take care of yourself. It's a weekend. So just read through the textbooks, right? Take a break also, but make sure to study a little bit amount of so that you are there. And we'll meet again, everyone. Till that time, do take care of yourself. Keep yourself super healthy. And keep on learning with Byju's. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.